Jayson Tatum got a haircut and went off for 34 points in his second official game in the NBA bubble against the Portland Trail Blazers, hitting insane shots like this in Damian Lillard's mouth. All this after his first game when literally one of his 2 field goals was a Bucks player tipping the ball in. Let's take a look at Jayson Tatum's elite pace, how he breaks down the defense and scores off of after timeout sets, isolation situations, and high on balls. Right away in early offense, the Boston Celtics flow into a high on ball. Take note of Jayson Tatum's body angle. He really looks like he's going to use the screen. He's really selling it to his defender to try and force him to trail. As Jayson Tatum uses the screen, take note of how he almost fakes a snake dribble, almost really looking like he's throwing out to his left as he attacks the dropping Hassan Whiteside into a step back into a little fade. Let's reverse and talk about what happens after that. So again, setting his man up for the ball screen, throwing that little fake snake dribble. Notice how tight he is to Enes Kanter. Again, look at his pace, how he changes speed from slow to quick into a step back into his cross, and that's just money. One more time, now in full speed. Take note of Jayson Tatum's pace. Slow, slow, and then quick into that fade. Let's note how the defense tries to counter this high on-ball. The on-ball defender tries to jump under the screen, and Jayson Tatum quickly punishes with that hop into a 3. Again, same thing as the last on-ball. Jayson Tatum is setting up his defender before the screen even happens, really looking like he's about to use this on-ball. Take note of how the defender looks like he's going to go over and then quickly hops underneath. We're going to quickly reverse to take note of some really important shooting details that Jayson Tatum does here. Take note of when Jayson Tatum picks the ball up in comparison to when his feet hit the ground on this pull-up. Note how immediately after the dribble, Jayson Tatum is preparing his hands on the basketball and then his feet hit the ground. It's really important when you shoot that you prepare your hands to hit on the basketball before your feet hit the ground, and then as soon as your feet hit the ground, you're flowing into that jump shot, just like Jayson Tatum does in this clip. Despite the miss, I want to go through the timing and rhythm of Jayson Tatum's rip through on this play, as well as his footwork on his finish. Let's take a look. Right away, the Boston Celtics utilized boomerang action to get Jayson Tatum downhill on a rip through. Now let's take a look at the timing and rhythm of this rip. Note how he's already skipping downhill, and on the catch he goes slow and then fast. Let's take one more look. Again, skipping downhill catch, slow, and then ripping through quickly into his finish. Another detail that makes this effective is the pace, and it really looks like Jayson Tatum's getting into a shot because he's catching slowly. It looks like he's about to slam his right foot underneath his body, but by changing pace he catches his defender off guard into his finish. What a surprise, another high on ball. Let's break this one down as Jayson Tatum utilizes an under drag and a change of pace to get into his 3. The Celtics use a pin down to get Jayson Tatum a small advantage before flowing into the drag screen. Again, we see that the on-ball defender is being forced to trail the screen. Jayson Tatum takes a nice elongated step into a drag and then switches his feet. Let's reverse that and take a closer look at his footwork. Note how he comes off, take a nice long step to really make his defender think that he's driving before slamming it underneath. He then switches his feet into an athletic position to make his defender think he's going to drive to his left. Again, now he's going slow, slow, flowing into the next on ball, and then he's quickly into his shot. Now regular speed again, note the change of pace. Slow, 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 and then quick into his jump shot. Elite. Let's take a look at the simple after timeouts horn set, where Jayson Tatum simply spins off his defender into a finish. Now this very may well be a set design play that the Celtics use, but it comes back to an important point. When you go out there and play, make sure you just play. Your coach isn't always right, and if you see an opportunity to get a bucket, make sure you go out there and take it. Jayson Tatum utilizes a skip finish a lot in game. Let's take a look and break it down. Finishing off 2 feet is an underrated and under-practiced skill in basketball. The ability to come and finish off of 2 feet is vital. It allows you to be more balanced, shield the ball, and pivot after if you need to. Instead of being all professional, I'm just going to teach us how I teach this to my players. Now I teach them to follow this rhythm. Hey, your feet should land 1-2, not 1-2. Let's take a look at how Jayson Tatum does this again. Jayson Tatum takes a dribble step, his feet follow the 1-2 rhythm. He then manipulates the ball above his head and away from Damian Lillard and extends out for his finish. Super tough and important to add to your bag. If there's one clip in this whole video that shows off Jayson Tatum's elite pace and rhythm, it's this one. Let's take a look. Right away, Jayson Tatum catches the basketball and then flows into a cross step, moving his hips and shoulders together, and then his right foot becomes his pivot foot as he drives downhill and changes pace. He immediately slams it behind his back and goes from a fast to slow pace, and then steps back to create pace away from his defender. Let's take another look real quick. I want to watch this in full speed to really understand the change of pace. Note how it's slow, quick, slow, and then getting away from his defender. Take a look again. He catches it, slow, quick, slow, and then he's getting out into space. That's super tough. This one needs no breakdown. Let's just enjoy this jump shot and how insanely tough it was. Thank you for taking time to watch my breakdown on Jayson Tatum's second game in the NBA bubble, where he dropped 34 points after getting a haircut and an atrocious first game in the bubble, which was, to be honest, to be expected. Some players went off in their first game, and I was really impressed by that. Taking 3 months or 4 months away from a game, like, that's tough. Those preseason or whatever they were called, warm-up games, really didn't do a whole lot. But no, it was really awesome to see Jayson Tatum drop 34. His change of pace and his rhythm is just elite. Jayson Tatum has such a bright future in this league, and I'm super excited to see how him and the Celtics do in the rest of this NBA bubble season and how he does in the future. Again, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all.